Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for Lunchtime Look. My name is Sharon Rogers, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wells, Maine. And every Thursday around noon, I like to bring you a little creative break to your day. And so today I'm going to be continuing what I started with my Tune In Tuesday class, and that is using sentiments as a background. Now, today is not really a background, but it sort of is. So let's go ahead and get started. And here it is, the new Stampin' Positioner. Now this is the base of it. It's got a ruler up here. It's got some little prongs here that I'll show you what you can use there, or those for. It's got some larger prongs. This is going to be for your repeat stamping. And these are the very important positioning plate pieces for the large plate. So it comes with this beautiful large plate. You just slip onto those holes. Now these things have springs in them, and so do the feet on the opposite end of the positioner. And when so if you mount your stamp on here, when it's just placed on here, the stamp does not touch the paper. But when you press down, which is a very easy motion, gentle on your wrists and hands, you'll get a nice stamped image. And so this is really great for repeat stamping, but it's also great for mass producing. One of the things that you can do is you can kind of place your card in here, and then so you don't place your stamp in a certain spot on here. You place it where you want it to go on your card, not on your positioner. So you place the stamp. I would ink it, stamp it, take this one out, put another one in, repeat, repeat. Okay, so that is the big plate. You can see it can handle quite a bit of stamp area. But it also comes with this little piece, and this is great for smaller stamps or for repeat stamping. Now I've got the Hello from the Fabulous Sayings stamp set, which is the stamp set that I was showing you during Tune In Tuesday. So Fabulous Sayings, I'm not sure if I just said it wrong, but Fabulous Sayings is correct. Has lots of these little sentiments, and I'm going to use the Hello and do some repeat stamping. Now, sold separately is a pad of grid sheets, and these little grid sheets have some holes at the top, and look, they fit right in there, and it holds your grid sheet right in place, protects your surface, and you can use it to help align things. So I have a piece of basic white. I'm going to turn this. I have a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to get this positioned on my grid pretty nicely, nice and straight, or as straight as I can. It comes with 2 magnets. Now, unlike the magnets that came with the last positioning tool, which was the Stamp-A-Majig, when these get stuck together, it's pretty easy to take them apart. They've got these nice little tabs, and the tabs are flexible so that they bend out of the way. So I'm going to put this, hold my paper in position. I actually think I want to stamp somewhere in the center here. You do want to place your magnets pretty close to where you want your stamped image to be, at least for the initial one, probably a little bit more than that even. So I'm going to say that this might be about halfway. It is, because it's got to be a little bit more than 2.5. A little bit more than 2.5. What's my math here? There we go. I don't know. We're just going to call it good like that. I'm going to be combining this stamp set with this paper, which is the True Blue Florals, which was last month's product of the month. So remember, with product of the month, it's while supplies last, and if a certain month does not sell out, it will be available while supplies last in subsequent months. For a $75 purchase, in my online store, that will unlock the product of the month for $5. So you could spend theoretically $75 and still get this because it's available. And then you could make another $75 order. You don't want to just make a total $150 order. They have to be separate orders. And you can unlock the other product of the month, the fabulous sayings right now. So remember, it is while supplies last though. So I've placed my stamp where I want it to go on my card. And so now I'm going to find the holes in my Stampin' Positioner. And I'm going to place that right down. Okay. And then if I push down and pick up, put that stamp right here. Now, when your stamp is uninked, it will have a tendency to maybe pull the paper up. So keep your magnets a little bit close to where you want to stamp. All right, let's go ahead and see if I can ink this up here. Some people like to put the ink pad to the stamp instead. That's fine too. I don't know which way I want to do it yet. These work well with spots, that's for sure. I'm going to put that down. It's not touching the paper yet, but if I press down and press up, there we have a nice little hello. And now I'm going to do my repeat stamping. So I'm going to ink it back up. And I don't want to just go to the next one because I'm going to be alternating some colors. So I want to go down here. But I can see that my magnet's going to be in the way. So I'm going to move this one down a little bit. We'll place this one down. Now once it has ink on it, it's going to be a whole lot easier to use. I just want to make sure it gets out of the way. And it just lays straight. There's another hello. Want to do the same thing at the top. Ink it again. And let's see. Nope, I want to go to the top. Right here. It's going to run off the top a little bit. That's okay. So now I have these nice even spaces here. Now let's stamp in the middle with a different color. Because remember, the Designer Series paper that I'm using has those two colors, Balmy Blue and Night of Navy. So I'm going to put in some Night of Navy here. So this does require a little bit. Oh, look, I just inked up my little prongs. It's not a big deal because it's not going to be on my paper, but I'll take it off anyways. Let me ink this up a little bit better. Okay. So now we will find my little prongs here, lay it down. There's a little bit of wiggle, so you want to kind of, there are grid lines on top of here as well to help you line things up. Hello. And then we're going to do it up here. Hello. So now I've got multicolored hellos. I probably should have put one down at the bottom, but I just moved it. Fortunately, this one's stamped off, so I can kind of line it up just right. And I don't know if the hello will actually stamp down here at all, but I want to see, like, if it's supposed to. I want to have a little bit of that there. So let's see if when I put that in there, yeah, just the tops kind of come down here. Oops, I got a little thing in the middle. You know what it means. So let's get that out of the way and let's make a card with this. I'm going to bring in a base of Night of Navy. Okay, and this is going to go right on here. And this is my lunchtime look. I should have been a little bit more careful with that bottom one. I saw that it was inked in the middle because I caught the edge. And I still went ahead and stamped that way. That was my poor decision making process there. All right, let's just put this right on here. And line that up. Okay. Let's cut a piece of this designer series paper. So the height of the white is 5 1/4, so we will cut this to be 5 1/4. And I think we'll try 3 inches. So let's go 5 1/4 by 3. Here's my 3. Here's my 5 1/4. Let's see, how's that go? Oh, that's too big, isn't it? That's too wide. Let's go with 2 1/4. Okay, so that nice, but it needs a little something here to make a little bit more of an edge. So I'm going to bring in a little scrap of Night of Navy, 5 1/4 inches long. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that right on over the top of that. So when you want really nice spacing on a repeat set of words, the Stampin Positioner is a great tool for that. Sometimes it's hard to get constant spacing or consistent spacing. And some people aren't bothered by it if it's not exactly right. I kind of like it to be very even. It's the math person in me. So hello, 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 hello. I think what would be really great is to get a little flower and put it there. But all right, I brought in a piece of basic white scrap and a floral stamp. This is from Charming Day, I think, which you can no longer get, but doesn't mean I can't use it. And I think I'm mostly going to keep this white. I'm just going to add a little bit of Balmy Blue. Probably to the center. Let's see, I can probably do that with a blending brush. Here's a small blending brush. And I'm just going to add a little bit of blue to that. Just a little bit. And now let's go ahead and fussy cut this. You know what? This has a die to it too. Probably should have just die cut it. But you know what? This is fine. And so then we can just kind of put that right on the, oh, that looks so nice, I think. Probably could have even gone with a larger image. But this is just sweet and simple. We will pop it up with a couple dimensionals. Maybe 3. Because of where I placed that first one. Just like that. Sweet card. Now, did you know that the Stampin' Positioner is not available for general purchase yet? No, it's only available for demonstrators right now through February 2nd. And that's so that we can get it ourselves and play with it and teach you how to use it. I was very excited to come home from a retreat and see that waiting for me. But from February 3rd to March 2nd, Stampin' Up! Is offering it as a free addition to the starter kit. So So the starter kit is normally a great value because you get an extra $26 worth of merchandise of your choice. So you get $125 worth of merchandise for only $99, plus there is no shipping charge on that order. And then Stampin' Up! Is automatically going to put the Stampin' Positioner in your order. So you really have an extra $95 or so worth of value in the starter kit than if you just purchased the $99 worth of product on your own. If you are interested in learning a little bit more, I'd be happy to answer any questions, and I'd be happy to have you join my team. We have a great team. It's a lot of fun. We get together in person and also via Zoom for those who aren't local. And I'd love for you to be part of my Stamperhood. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow night for a Friday night Not So Live right on my YouTube channel at 7:30.